Within this little lab, I only have a few group policies, so it's super easy to go inside settings in each one and just kind of take my notes and everything from here. It's going to generate the reports and go to show all. But can you imagine 100+ GPOs and you have to do that for each one to do an audit? You are able to right click and save a report. That's but 100+ times, you don't really want to do that. So the first command that we are going to do, import module. I'm going to hit the tab to do the autocomplete, and it is going to be group policy. All right, we're going to run that. Boom. Super simple. It shouldn't take that long, but that is the first command that you want to import. All right, I'm going to hit enter a couple of times. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we need to grab all the GPOs, and then we need to push it into like a spreadsheet. I like to use export to a CSV file, and then I clean up the CSV file, and I will continue with the PowerShell. So the command that we're going to use, that's part of the group policy module, GPO, and we are going to do a parameter of all. We want all of them. Now, if we run this by itself, it's going to give you all this. So imagine 100+ of these, like going, right? This is a lot. So we need to filter it down a little bit. So I'm going to give it a pipe, sort the object, do an autocomplete because it makes life easy. And I am going to actually use display name. So this right here, that's the display name. This is why I'm using this variable display name. It has to be the same way that you see it right here when you do a all. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pipe it again, and I'm going to select another object. So I sorted it. I'm going to select the object of the display name again. I'm going to pipe it one more time, and now I want to export all the display names into a CSV file. So CSV autocomplete, and give it a path. Now the path that I'm going to give it would be a folder that I already have, btnhd_temp, and I'm going to call it GPO names CSV. Yep, that's the extension, and I'm going to use an attribute or a parameter of no type info. We're going to run this command. Bam. Depending on how many GPOs you have, it will take some time because I think I have like 2 handful of GPOs, so it's pretty quick. So let's go back inside our folder. There goes our file that we just exported out. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. Boom. Now I need to do a little cleanup inside this file. So I'm going to double click on it. So these are all the GPOs, beautiful, but we need to do a little bit of cleanup. I'm going to remove the first row because I don't need that. Remove that. I just need the names for the rest of the PowerShell that we're going to do. Because what we're going to do right now is we're going to take these names and we're going to convert these GPOs into a HTML file. So we are able to open them up inside Chrome, multiple tabs, and then we're able to take our notes and make modifications and do whatever we want to do. And also you have a nice little repository locally of all the GPOs, right? So let's save this file. It's saved. We're going to close it up. Boom. Now the next command, actually I'm going to declare a variable. So let's do $ and D for domain name, you can call it whatever you want, equals to open and close double quotations. Now inside the quotations, what are we going to provide? You guessed it. We are going to enter our domain. My domain is btnhd.edu. Hit enter. We're going to declare another variable, S for server, and name, equal to open and close double quotations, and inside this variable we are going to declare our domain controller. Boom. we declared this variable, and now we need to grab the content within that CSV file. So what we are going to do is use the commandlet of get content. I'm going to hit tab to do autocomplete, and we're going to use the parameter of path and open and close quotation. And inside the quotations, we are going to give it the path of where that CSV is located. So it will be C:\btnhd underscore temp for \GPO. Gotta love that autocomplete. You could double click on it, boom, and it auto completes it. Awesome. And we're going to use for each. We're gonna open parentheses. We're going to declare a variable, and we're going to call it GPO in GPOs. We're going to open a wiggly bar. We're going to use a group policy commandlet, and that will be called get GPO report. Autocomplete. Boom. Then we are going to use the parameter of name, and we need to, what name is it? It is going to be $GPO. Space, we're going to use parameter of domain. Now the domain is what we declared in line 5, which would be $DName. Okay. Space, we need to use another parameter of server. Again, we declared that on line 6, so it would be $SName, which would be the server name. Space. Now we're going to use a parameter called report type. What type of report are we trying to get? And we want HTML. What I'm going to do is hit space, and I'm going to hit the tilde and then hit enter. Now next thing that we need to do is declare another parameter, path. Now path, this is where we want to drop our content into. So I'm going to do open and close quotations. So the path, we're going to declare where we want to drop it. It's going to be inside the C drive. I want to drop it inside btnhd temp. And I want to drop it inside a folder called GPOs. So from here, let's do a $, and we're going to do a open parentheses. We're going to do another $, but now this $, we're actually going to call out our variable that's within the for each loop, and that would be GPO. Now inside here, we're going to use a parameter called replace. Now within replace, we're going to declare a couple of things. So the way that you declare a couple of things is you use a single quote. So I'm going to do single quote, replace it with what was it? Dash. So if it sees a colon, it's going to replace it with a dash. So you could use a comma, you could do a space, single quotation. Inside the single quotation, I've seen GPO names with a /. So that's not good, because that / Windows doesn't allow that in the name. So let's do a comma here, another single quote, and if it has that /, let's replace it with a dash. It's not a comma. You do a space, and you're going to do replace. Okay, I'm going to do another replace, and it's going to be single quote, single, and if it has a comma, put a dash. Give it a period HTML, and then I'm going to do a space at the end, and then we are going to do wiggly. This closes it. Okay, now we are going to select lines 10 and 11, and again, let's go back inside folder. I don't have anything in here. I don't want you to say, you know, you already had this stuff in there. No, I didn't have anything in there. So let's minimize that. Let's run 10 and 11. Run it. No. Oh, duh. I gotta run all this. I gotta run 5 and 6. makes sense. So let's run everything again. Yeah, because the errors is like, what the heck is D name? What is S name? What is that? It looks like it's finished. Let's head to our folder. There it goes. Awesome. So now we have all the files that we want. We're able to double click on it. And depending on your default browser, I have Chrome. It's going to open it up within Chrome. And then you can have all your GPOs laid out nicely in different tabs. Hopefully you guys enjoy episode 57. I catch you guys next week, and that's about it.